Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining our free online lesson. My name is Navi Fikri bin Shaizan, and I'm an application engineer from AcadSystems. Right, so first of all, I would like to welcome everyone. So thank you and welcome Arif Faizal, Muhammad Zam, Teresa Ul, and Eng Yu for joining our free online lesson. So for today's, I will bring you the AutoCAD text creation. So we're going to take a look on the beginning on how to create our own text inside of AutoCAD. Right, basically this is the agenda for today. So this is the four main things that we are going to take a look, which is on the text creation. The first one, so we're going to create a text and an M text. So there are two types of text inside of AutoCAD. So we're going to take a look on these two and see the difference between this. And then we're going to set a text styles. So when you create the text, so it will apply based on the style for the font and also the size. And then we have the text editing. So after you're creating the text, so of course, you might want to edit some of this information inside. And lastly, we will go through with some of these little bit of advanced tools for the text. So we have the Express tools over here. All right, so let me switch to my AutoCAD. So this is basically this is sample drawings over here. So we have some few text over here, but we are going to take a look. The first thing is we're going to take a look on how to create our first text. Right, so right on the home tab over here and the annotation ribbons, we have the text creation over here. So if you drop down, so we have two types of text. One is the multi-line text and the other is the single line text. Right, so let's take a look on these two. Right, so let me set first my text styles. Right, I'm going to set the default standards. So let's take a look on the first one. The first one is the single line text. Right, so the command will be txt. So we don't want to press the button, so you can just simply type in text and press enter. Now the first things that it will ask us to insert over here is the start point. So you can start anywhere. For example, I'm going to start over here, so I just simply click. So the next one, it asks me for the height. Now, it will ask us for the specify the height because of this. The text, the textile does not specify the height, so we needed to apply the height manually from here. So let's apply the height. So let's say around 35, and I'm going to press enter. And the next thing is it asks us for rotation angle. So I can type in the value over here. For example, I want it to be, let's say, about 45 increment angle. Or I'm just going to go with 0, enter, and then we can start to enter our text. So I can just simply input my text over here. Right. So once done, so I can just simply click anywhere. And once I'm done, click anywhere, and then I can simply press escape key, and your text creation will be created. So again, single line text. So either you type in the text command, or you can also find it from here, single line text. Alright, so starting the start point and specify the height. So I'm going to go with a little bit higher, say about 40. And press enters. And then I can specify the rotation height. So I can just input the value, or I can also use my dash line over here to indicate that is the particular angle that I want. Let's say I'm just going to increment downwards from here, and you can start to see that my text right now is setting down. So next thing you need to do is click anywhere. Only then it will apply. If I don't click anywhere and just simply press the escape key, then you can see it's canceling my text creation. So when you're creating the text, so once you click anywhere, once you have done creating your text, make sure to click anywhere first. So I'm going to click add the blank over here. Then I can press the escape key, and then you can see my text has been created. Right. So we have this normal text over here, the single line text up. So I can press and I can move it around using this grid button over here. Now let's take a look on the multi-line text, or the short form is M text. So you can press multi-line text over here, or you can type in the command. The command will be M text. So M-T-E-X-T, enters, and now you can specify the box. So before we be using the single line text, so we have to specify the point. But for the multi-line text, so you needed to specify first and second corners over here. So it's like a box over here. So I'm going to specify my first corner and clicking this box shape and click. And now I can start to enter my value over here. Now you can start to see that on this multi-line text over here is that not only that you created inside of this box over here, then you can start to see that you have your text editor ready available that you can choose from here. Now we have these styles that you can select the styles of your drawings. So for example, I have multiple types of styles over here. Let's say I'm going to choose annotative. Oops. Okay, so annotative, right? So annotative basically looks the same. So let's say I have standard number 2. So standard number 2 is a little bit smaller. So I can just select my style which is available from here. Now I can also have this size that I can input manually. For example, this entire text over here. Okay, let's say I'm going to give it around 45. Let's say, do we have 45 on the way? So we don't have 45 yet. So I'm going to create 45. Oops, let me undo that. Okay, let me create again. So let me just select and confirm. So I'm just going to click anywhere. Now, when I click back again, and I double click over here, I can edit back, and you can start to see my text editors are already available, just like before. So I'm going to change the text height. So let's give it around 45. So, oops. Okay. Let me do it again. Select over here. Select over here. So this, I'm going to type in 45 and press enter, and start to see that I can adjust my text. Not only that, you can do that from this M text over here. You can also adjusting the size of individual alphabet or the numbering. For example, I have this over here. I want to make it a little bit bigger, so let's give it around 60s. So 60s and enter. Then you can start to see that. Oops, you can start to see that some of the text a little bit smaller, some of the text a little bit higher, so I can readjust manually from here. That's the thing that you can do with the multi-line text. Right, so welcome, David. Welcome to our free online lesson. Right, so basically that is what you can do with multi-line text. Not only you can do that, so we have multiple types of the things that you can edit from here. For example, I want to add some coloring. So for example, this few text over, I can give it a little bit of color. So let's give it a red. Over here, I'm going to give it yellows. So you can do that on this multi-line text, right? So you can set the paragraph and many other things that you can do from here. Now for normal text over here, so if I wanted to edit it, I can double click. I can only edit the text inside, but I cannot edit it manually. For example, one type of numbering have a different type of text height, so I cannot do that on the normal single line text. So that is the difference between these two. So if I needed to color this one, so I needed to use my properties to colors, and it will apply overall, right? So you cannot apply one by one like we can do from this multi-line text. Right, so that is the creation between these two. Now let's start to create our own textile first. For example, if I go to my annotation over here, so I have a few textiles which is already available from here. Now, let's take a look first. I can go to manage textiles, so I can press the button over here, or I can press this small A number over here, and it will basically open this textile editor that I can create a new one or I can edit it from here. Now, the first one, we have standards over here. Now you can start to see that my height is 0. So that is the reason why my single line text asked me to enter the height, because the height was not being entered. So for example, let me show you again. So text, single line text. So I needed to click the starting point, and then it asked me to specify the height, and only then it will ask me to specify the rotation. So if I edit my textile over here, let's give it a height around 30. Oops, 30. And I'm just going to apply from here. Now, when I input my single line text from here, now you can start to see that it skipped directly into rotation. Skip the text height that you needed to input, because we already have the text height specified on this standard manage textiles. So let's take a look again at what we can do on this textile manager over here. So first of all, I can edit it, all the settings for these textiles. So I'm going to create a new one. So you can go to create a new one from here. And you can input your name. So let's just leave it as my own standard. All right, so this is my name for my textiles. And over here, I can specify the font. Then you have this preview button that you can see. So I can set my font styles. So depending on the font, you have multiple types of font that you can choose from here. Maybe I want to bold or italics, so I can choose from here depending on the different type of font that you selected from here. Now let's say I'm selecting this one. So over here, I have this size that I can input. So first of all, we have the height. And then we also have this annotation. So what annotation does is that it's allow you to lock the size of your text each time you change the scale of your drawing. Right, so I can just input over here, and then you can start to see that we have our icon for the annotation. Then I can also set for the width vector, but I'm just going to leave it as a default, and I'm going to hit apply. Now you can start to see it will automatically select from here. If not, I can select manually. And then I can start to re-input my single line text. Then start to see. Now, when I input, you will notice that the font style has been changed to the standard that you have over here. So if I needed to change on different type of styles, I can just simply select, go to annotation, and select the difference from here, and you can see it start to select. It start to change based on the text style that you have applied from here. Now, what is the difference between the annotation that I have shown you earlier? So over here, I have two different types of, I have two basically the same types of font. However, one of the font I set it into annotative. So one of the font I did not set it into annotative. So if I go over here, and you can start to see there is a small icon which is indicated for the annotative. And this one does not show, right? So this one is basically annotative. So what it does is that if you change your drawing scales, so your annotative will not be changed. It will remain the same. However, your normal one, right, including your drawing, will change according to the drawing scale. So on the drawing scale, you can find at the bottom over here. So if I change a little bit bigger over here, then you can start to see that some of the rest has been changed as well. So I believe this one is also on an annotative. Right? So to make it clear, so let me set back to normal. If I go to layout over here, and then you start to see that I already set these two. So if I double click inside and I start to change the size of the scale over here, for example, I made it 1:2, then you can start to see that the normal text and also the drawing has been scaled. However, the text that I have set into annotative will remain the same size. So that is the difference between annotative button that you can apply from here. So this one is also annotative. So let me delete this one. And the annotative tab, you can select right over here. Okay, so the next one that you might want to do is that editing your text. Right, so let's take a look back over here. So if I double click over here, I can edit my text and it will add. So if I edit my multi-line text, then you can start to see there are text editor that you can choose from here. Now, including the paragraph. However, I don't have the paragraph available to edit for this normal text over here. Now, you can also use properties to edit your text. So to go to properties, so I can just right click and go to the properties or type the command PR, which is stand for the properties, enter, and then it will show me the properties for these textiles. So if you want to change the colors, you can change from here. If I want to change my text height, so I can also change from here. Let's say I make it a little bit bigger, around say 50. And if I wanted to change my justification, justify, so I can change from here, even though you don't have the selection before. So right now you can still edit your single text using these properties over here. Now, if this text does not have annotative, I can turn it on. I can select my style that I have created before over here. I can even select and editing the value from here as well. So you can pretty much do many things to edit your text from the properties. So same with this multi-line text. So you also have this text editor that you can edit it from here. So that is a little bit on editing text. Now let's take a look on a little bit of advanced thing that you can do with the text over here. So on this annotated tab over here, you have these text that you can select. So you have these textiles, and then you might want to see these find text over here. For example, there are some text that you want to find. You can just simply select from here. Let's say WQ. When I press enter, and it'll start to find my text which has WQ inside. Now, if I wanted to replace, I can also do it from here. Let's say I want to replace every Q with, let's say 4. So I can replace all, and then you start to see my Q before has been changed to 4 over here. Now you can do that on this text over here on the find button. So that is a little bit normal things that you can do. They are more advanced. You can find it on the Express tools. So on the Express tools, we have text that you can use from here. You can create or editing the text. So first of all, we have outline. For example, if you want text to have some curve, so you can use outline. So I need to create my arc first. And go back to my Express tools, and I can select arc line, select my arc, and then I can type in the text that I want from here. Right. So I have multiple things that I can choose from here. Let's say I want my text to be on the convex, on the upper sides of the arc, or maybe I want it to be on lower side, so I can select from here. I can set my text height, so let's just go with this one, and you can start to see my text is a little bit small, so you can click on the up line again and select again your text, then you can edit it from here. So let's make our text a little bit bigger, let's say around 40, and my text, what are my text to offset from arcs, let's say about 50, and offset from, okay, so so this one, let's say 20. So this one will offset up and downwards. So if I want to offset from left and right, so I can use from here. Let's say on this one is 40, and the other one is 40 as well. Right, press OK, and then you can start to see it. Right, so 40 is a little bit big over here, so I can click and edit it again. Oops, edit it again. Oops, where is it? Okay, and edit it again. So let's reduce it a little bit. 20 over here, say 10 over here. Then you can start to see your text has been edited. So that is align text. So we have multiple things that we can select, which is called as a modified text. So we have explode text. So this is a little bit interesting. So for example, if you play around with the AutoCAD 3D, so you cannot extrude normal text, so you need to explode your text first. So if you're using the explode command, so you cannot do that. You can go to the Express tools to explode your text using this modifying text over here. So that's let me set. This one is 0. This one is 0 as well. Okay, so this one still have some right. Okay, so let me show you what happened when you explode your text. So I can select explode. Oops, I can select explode. Okay. Right, so let me change back. My view has been changed. Okay. Explode, select my text and press enter. Okay. And enter. Oops. Okay, maybe I need to select all. So let me select. Okay, never mind. I just choose this one instead. Explode. Then you can start to see your text has been exploded, and there are some lines over here. You can trim it out. So I can trim. Let's say I trim this one. Right. So my trim has been set to standard. Let me set it back to quick. So I can trim this one out, and later I can basically extrude this one. So if I go into 3D modeling, so right now I'm able to extrude this one. Let's me you just use press pull instead. Right. So if I change to shaded, and then you can start to see you can extrude your text away. Right. So that is one of the things. So let me change back into, right, so we still have Express tool on the 3D. So I'm just going to proceed. And then we have changed the case. For example, I needed to change my case over here. Maybe I want to be uppercase. Just press OK. Everything has been changed to uppercase. Right. Or maybe I want to make some sentence case. So on the front will be uppercase and the rest will be lowercase. So you can edit it from there. Right, so we have some other things that we can edit. So maybe I want to rotate or justify, so I can just simply select from here, and you can rotate your text easily from here. Now, one of the other things that you might want to do, right? For example, if you have some text on the front of a drawing, for example, I have this text over here, and you might see some of the things at the background over here. So what you can do is that from this Express tools, so you can mask your text. So select mask, select your text, and then you can start to see. Then it will try to cover some of the things on the back over here. So let me cover again mask, and you can select the settings of your mask. So let's say mask types, I want to be wipe out. Let's say offset, press enter, then I can change my offset from here. Right. So that is the mask. So you can unmask also. So it will unmask your text over here. And the other things that you can do is that you can convert from multi-line text to normal text or single line text. You can also convert the single line text to normal text. So for example, I have multi-line text over here. So let me just copy this one. Right. So so let's say I have this multi-line text over here. I wanted to convert this one into single line text. So what I can do is that I can use explode command. So from home, okay, so let me set back to drafting in annotations. Right, so from home I have explode, and press enter. Then you can start to see it is now converted into single line text. So if I go and on the properties, you can start to see that it is now a normal text, right? So if I wanted to convert normal text into multi-line text, there on the Express tools, we have this convert to text over here. So I just use over here, select the text that I want, press enter, and then you can start to see it is now a multi-line text. So you can do that from the Express tools. And the other two things that you can do from here, so one is the auto numbering. So you can set the number of your text using auto number, right? To select my text that I want, press enter, and then I can select the number order. So whether I want to be on this X direction or Y direction, or maybe I want just for the select order. So let's just go with select orders. And over here, I can select in the start and also the increment. So let's say the starting, I want my number to be 3, and I want my increment to be 2. So 3, 6, 3, 5, 7, something like that. So when I press enter, and then I can specify where is my text I want it to be. Maybe I want to be on the front of the text. Sorry, maybe I want my number to be on the front of the text or the back of the text, so I can use from here. So let's just go with prefix. Then you can start to see I have numbers of orders that I have select from here. So 3, 5, 7, 9, which is I have used from this auto number. And the last thing that we will take a look over here is the enclosing object. So for example, I don't want to manually create a box inside of this text. So for that, I can use close. So I can create box or circles. So enclose objects, select my object that I want to enclose, press enter. Over here I can select my distance offsets. I'm just going to go with default. And here I can select, there are three types of enclosed text that I can choose. Number one is circles. So we have slot also, and also rectangle. So slot basically the combination between circles and rectangle. So let's say if I choose with circles, and you can see it is now converted. It's now create circles inside of this text over here. If I want to be slot, it will create slot. Or if I want it to be normal text, a normal box, so I can use rectangles over here. Right. So that is basically the things that you can do using your text. So first of all, you have text expression. There are two types of text: single line text and also multi-line text. So it is important for you to create your textiles. So you can do that on this annotation over here and create your own textile. So you can edit using the properties. Just go with the PR, enter, and just select the text that you want to edit. And there are numbers of things that you can do with the Express tools, or if you want your text to be aligned with the arcs, or maybe you wanted to use export command or change the case. and some other things you can find from the Express tools. So that is basically the things that I would like to share with you today. So I guess that's also before I close or before I end this session. So if anybody have some questions regarding text, you can type in the chat over here. So anybody have any questions so far about the text? In the meantime, I will explain a little bit about our websites. Right. So, for example, if you needed to visit us, so you can find, or if you want to see some of the information or some of the product that we sell to you, so you can visit our websites. Just type in on any browser. Just type in acadsystems.com on this address bar over here. Press enter, and automatically it will bring you to our main landing page over here. So right of the above over here, we have this our phone number. So we have 2 branches, KL and also Penang. So there are some information regarding our partner with Autodesk. And just a little bit below here, we have Autodesk promotion and news that you can find from here. So let's say you want to see if there's some discounts on the AutoCAD or anything, so you can find from here. And then below here, we have our weekly event, which is our free online lesson, or what we call as free online lesson. So you can find from here. So some other things that you're interested in, so you can just simply select and reserve the seats for the upcoming free online lesson. Right. And lastly, at below over here, we also have our Facebook and also YouTube channel. So this session today is being recorded. So if you want to view back again, so you can go ahead on our Facebook or our YouTube channels, and you can find our previous event or free online lesson right over here. You can find from here. So I guess that is all from me. So I believe we have no questions so far. All right, so thank you everyone for joining our free online lesson. I hope I can see you guys again on our next free online lesson. So thank you everyone. Have a nice day.